The evidence seems to indicate that you're watching Dolly Vision.
Topping up, Dolly Vision's dreaming real. True crime scene blast feel so unreal. YouTube madness, like, share, subscribe. Tracks on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby missing shadows crawl? People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King the Beat. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shouting, echoes in the night. Rock the truth while live on air light. Topping up, Dolly Vision's dreaming real. True crime scene blast feels so unreal. YouTube madness, like, share, subscribe. Tracks on fire, burning the world's fire. Where's the baby missing shadows crawl? People whisper footsteps down the hall. Fingerprints of the dead, cold as stone. He's got the scoop, best around town known. Dolly Vision headlines, King the Beat. Truth unravels, crackling through the heat. Lost soul shouting, echoes in the night. Rock the truth while live on air light.
What is up, YouTube? Dolly back in the house. Tonight we are talking drones or UFOs. What are we seeing in our skies? Not only drones, UFOs, but a lot of people have been reporting seeing orbs and these drones following these orbs. But first, of course, leave your DNA on that like button just in case you get abducted by aliens and Dolly got to search the galaxy for your ass. Make sure you like the video. And if you haven't yet, sub up, ring the bell, help us hit 62,000 subscribers. I can't do it without your help. And of course, feel free to share my ugly face anywhere, as long as it's not Pornhub. Okay, so it all started a couple weeks ago with all these drones over New Jersey flying through the sky. Not just little commercial little drones you buy at Best Buy, but I'm talking drones that are measuring the size of a small car or the size of a bus being seen in the skies. First, like I said, it seemed like it started in New Jersey and then spread all over the East Coast, even to the West Coast. Not only in America, but across the world, people are starting to spot these big, huge drones. Tonight, I was in Richmond, Virginia. And now a lot of drones have been spotted in Virginia. They're here. They're a little bit of everywhere, right? And, matter of fact, today I was out flying my drone looking for a missing person that went missing in Richmond. So I was in Richmond flying my drones. Now it was daytime and I didn't see anything, of course, in the skies, but my drone. I seen my drone in the sky, but I didn't see any other drones. Well, when I got back home, I got into Norfolk. It was nighttime around 9 o'clock and I see what appears to be in the sky, a drone. And this drone was the size of maybe a small car. Now, I usually don't see drones this size around here, right? And it was kind of hovering off the interstate with some pretty strange lights on it. And so it instantly grabbed my attention. And, you know, I'm not far from an airport. So I first started thinking, is that a helicopter? You know, maybe going to land near the airport here in Norfolk? Or is that a plane? And it didn't appear to be a plane. It appeared to be a big size drone that slowly started to fly over the interstate. Now, was that an alien drone? Was that somebody flying a big, huge drone here? It's hard to determine because you know me, I fly drones, so it's hard to tell if that's somebody personal drone. But a drone of this size, you're talking anywhere from 25,000 to, you know, $100,000 drone. And, you know, we've seen these crashes that have been taking place with drones, especially in New Jersey, but it seems like they try to cover it up real fast. Now, you know, drones are explainable. Yeah, drones look man-made. Okay. They pretty much look man-made. You can tell a drone. It's a drone, right? It even has FAA lights flashing, and, you know, so nothing crashes into it. So it's not like it's really stealth in the sky. But one of those strange things that are being spotted in the sky are these mysterious orbs, okay, which seem a little bit different than a UFO or a drone. It's just like a ball of pulsating light. What the hell is this? Usually when I think orbs, I think spirits and ghosts. Oh my, right? But these orbs are in the sky making maneuvers like a drone or a UFO flying at crazy speeds, and they're being seen by a lot of people. There are so many people reporting the sightings of orbs that you just won't even believe it at this point. Okay, so we're going to pull up some stuff from that. I thought I had it pulled up. Oh, I do. No, I thought I did, but I'm going to pull it up real fast. Give me 1 second, and we're going to take a little look at some of these crazy orbs in the sky. Like, this person is reporting it as it appears to be a big eyeball in the sky, right? And I would think so too, but it's more of a bright colored light that is pulsing in the sky. Okay, so let me share this video with you guys. Give me 1 second. Little unprepared here. Here we go. And tell me if you guys have seen anything like this around you, right? Now, me, myself, I haven't seen any of the flying orbs. But a lot of people, when we were researching the drones, a lot of people seem to believe the drones were sent up to research the orbs. There is a video that is on Twitter that's saying that an orb took down one of the drones, and there's a couple pictures we're going to look at in just a few minutes of some of these down drones, which they almost look out of this worldish. Okay, but you know, let's be honest, this day and age and technology, 3D printing and things like that, these types of materials can be made, but very high tech. Yeah, these orbs are strange. So let's jump into this video a little bit that talks a little bit about these orbs. They have to be something. What are they? What are these orbs? I'm a little confused. Now, I get the UFOs, I get the aliens, but I have a little bit of a hard time with what these orbs actually are and where the hell are they coming from. Is this another one of those cases like Project Bluebeam and the orbs are man-made and they're being projected into the sky and it's our government, you know, playing with us?
That's how Matthew Holt describes what he saw Sunday night. News 2 hasn't confirmed what these lights are.
Many of you across South Florida have been sending into our newsroom videos of what look to be like drone sightings. But how can you tell that what you're seeing is really a drone? Well, we took our eyes to the skies.
It was like a flashing white green light, and we followed it, and I pulled over, and that's when I took out my camera.
This video Rebecca Davila shot on her phone in Plantation shows what she believes to be drones in the sky.
So there was no noise. We usually feel the airplanes here really loud, where we can actually kind of shakes a little bit our home sometimes because they take off from the airport. So there was no noise. It was very quiet. And also that circle of light was pulsating, and it was getting brighter. And I even took pictures, and it didn't look like a planet or a star. It looked like something very different that my eye has ever seen.
And miles away in Sweetwater, Eric Stanley saw something similar.
And then I saw like all the weird colors, and I was like, this doesn't look like a drone to me. Like, it's more like a plasma ball.
I was thinking the same thing. I couldn't describe it any better than a plasma ball in the sky. You know, I've seen these videos that have surfaced of these lights, and the way, you know, when we go to slow down it and we go to zoom in on it, it looks like a spinning ball of light. Like it's hard to explain. It's not like just a regular light. It looks like the ball is spinning within itself. So I guess that's why so many people are thinking that, you know, plasma or something like that, because these balls seem to be pulsating and changing colors from, you know, not completely. Some of them are changing complete colors, but most of them seem to be one color that pulsates.
Sightings of what looked to be like orbs and drones, like this spotting near the 79th Street Causeway, leaving people confused.
What else would it be?
Reports of unexplained drone sightings across America have many concerned, including here in Oklahoma.
We've been getting reports of mysterious drones here in the metro.
The mysterious drones, which have caused so much anxiety and constant media attention. I
believe the government is covering something possibly up. They want us to think that everything in the sky is drones because there's other things up there. Okay. So I believe, you know, there's a reason why they put all these drones out and causing this drone hysteria is because they want you to look up, and when you see something, they want you to think that it's a drone, but really it's something else. We've been having UFO reporting since, you know, the 40s, and now we're seeing plasma balls in the sky and different things, and just things you cannot explain. And the government wants you to think everything's okay. It's no threat, no nothing. But you've seen just the other day, we reported on these locations that drones were seen over New Jersey. Now their water seems to be contaminated, and people are saying the water smells like fingernail polish. Okay. But it wasn't like that before they started seeing these drones in the sky. And, you know, the police and the fire and first responders got warned, when you show up, you got to wear full hazmat suits to these crash sites. Okay. And bring in the BOMB squad just in case something goes boom in the night. So is this something man-made that's has to be treated with such caution that it's dangerous to humans to approach? And then they act like there's no risk of national security. But we have, you know, I know some of you guys have seen that plane that fell out of the sky recently. Okay. That's in another country, but still, you know, planes falling out of the sky is pretty unusual. And of course, we're going to show some footage of what people are saying are these drones that have crashed as soon as we get through this video on the orbs.
If it's not a craft from outer space, and I think that has to be on the table.
Drones are the new swamp gas buzzword. Scott, you know, I was just saying the same thing, that they want us to think it's drones, just like they wanted us to think it's the Northern Lights or swamp gas or something like that, right? It is. Well, when you see a UFO, now you're gonna be like, oh, that was just a drone. It was a big one. You know, that was Elon testing a new Tesla drone out, right? And you won't think UFO, and it won't cause this mass hysteria. Okay. Like, not too many people are worried about something. No, you're not blocked. Not too many people are worried about drones, right? But everybody's a little skeptical about UFOs and what may be going on there, right? But if you think it's man-made, oh, it's just man-made. You don't pay it much attention. You just keep on driving down the interstate like I did tonight when I seen that big drone. I didn't think out of this world. I just thinking, okay, well, I was just out flying drones. If I have this technology, what's to think somebody else around here don't, but they just happen to be flying one 50 times bigger than the one I have that you can buy at, your local store. Right. So these drones ain't just something you can go up and run out to Best Buy and pick up. You may be able to order something like that from Best Buy, maybe 3 foot by 3 foot, but the size of a small car, this would have to be something made, or like, I don't even know where you acquire something that large that, you don't have to report to the FAA or like, especially when you're flying it so close to an airport, because planes, believe it or not, they fly pretty low when they're coming in for landing and on takeoff. That's where I would think it was scary, especially around where I live is a lot of military installments because I'm here in Norfolk. Well, right on the border of Norfolk. And, I see helicopters and Apaches and the Blue Angels, and I see a lot of things in the sky. So I'm used to seeing things in the sky, and I'm pretty good at picking out what they are because we see it so much, right? When it's a passenger plane, when it's a helicopter, when it's a jet. Everybody rides around here with I Love Jet Noise stickers on, and it's pretty easy to determine. But now, a lot of these UFO sightings are coming out of Virginia Beach, which is basically 10 minutes from me. I'm probably 10, 15 minutes from the ocean front where all these UFO sightings are being reported. And when they start scrambling jets to chase UFOs and they're seeing them and then they're reporting that they're seeing them, 120, hey, Dolly, hey, Cindy. It gets a little weird when you have people saying, locals, and they're not crazy, saying, hey, man, you ain't going to believe this. I seen a damn UFO fly over my house and being chased by fighter jets and helicopters. Right. And you're thinking, well, man, usually that comes from people in a cornfield, not people that live in the city, not people that live at the beach. You don't usually have too many surfers going, hey, man, you ain't going to believe I seen a damn UFO when I was out there surfing. But it's happening. It's happening more common than you can even believe. Like a lot of these people that are living on the ocean front, they all have these crazy UFO stories. And when you watch these documentaries now about the fighter pilots saying, hey, they flying out of the base and they're going off the coast of Virginia Beach, and they're seeing these things almost every day that appear to be some type of plasma ball. Okay, which we're talking about here, lights. But the pilot described the plasma ball that they're seeing as like a plasma ball with a cube inside of it. I know that sounds strange and weird, and making maneuvers. And he even went, some of these pilots even went to the Pentagon to say, hey, these things are a danger in our sky because, we're flying jets and they're scared they're going to crash the jets into one of them and it could hurt a pilot. But, to think that Virginia Beach is one of the hubs for UFO sightings now is a little strange because, there's been many a nights that I've sat on the beach out there and I don't think I've ever looked up into the sky looking for UFOs. But now when I go out there, I'm going to have to keep my eyes on the sky because they're saying they're seeing these things every day.
So are you not ruling out aliens?
Oh, well, I think everything's on the table. I mean, I've been in some briefings where specifically about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were in a skiff in a classified setting, and I can't share what shapes these are. But there are actually 2 specific shapes that have been, there's footage and photographs of them in the skies that the federal government, the U.S. federal government cannot identify and don't know what they are. So I think that all options are on the table. With regard to the drones, I think it's very clear it's the U.S. government. I think it's very clear the U.S. government is lying to the American people and to Congress because we don't really know what's going on. I do believe that at least Congress has the right to know so we can pacify some of the safety concerns and fears that people have all along the eastern seaboard.
So
okay, the eastern seaboard. Now, how many of you guys think, this is one of those questions you can press 1 in the chat room after you give this video a like, okay? We got 408 people with us late night tonight. How many of you guys think the U.S. government is lying to us about these drones and these orbs we're seeing in the sky. If you think they're lying to us, like this video and press 1. If you think, that they're not lying, they telling the truth, press 2. All right. I just want to see where you guys are at with this. A lot of people already, I'm seeing the ones pop up in the chat that believe that our government is completely lying to us. Okay. And I believe so too. I believe that they're trying to distract us from what really is going on. It's a game of smoke and mirrors. If we're looking over here, we can't see over here. Okay. And I believe something is going on in our skies, and they don't want people to panic. Now, people are saying we're getting closer to the full disclosure of UFOs and alien contact, and aliens have, been here for a long time, and that our country is in communications with aliens and have alien technology, but far as the military goes, far as fighter pilots, they don't quite believe that. They believe that these things are out of this world and that we don't have technology like this. So it's greater than the technology we have. And if we're in contact with aliens and they're sharing information, why are we not flying around in plasma balls? Or is our military so advanced that some of these things we are seeing are something that's weaponized by the U.S. government and they're top secret?
When the Biden team says there's no national security threat here, you're still skeptical?
I am very skeptical. I don't believe anything the White House, the Biden administration says at this point. I don't think anybody should.
Okay.
It's perplexing.
Mysterious sightings have continued across the United States, some even being spotted in Oklahoma. Sherry Rogers lives in Midwest City. She says she saw a drone Thursday night.
It was bright lights, and they were.
Lady P says, question is, when are they not lying to us? Hold on, guys. My daughter's calling me. I'm live on the internet right now, Tiff.
Something is wrong with Taps's eye.
Okay. What is it?
It's like swollen and pink.
Okay, he might have pawed himself in it.
Like underneath his eye. Do I need to take him to the vet?
Give him a day, see how it looks.
It looks pretty bad right now.
Well, you think he scratched himself in the eye?
Or a cat.
Okay, well, let it see what he does. I mean, you can't take him to the vet at 1 o'clock in the morning anyway.
I cleaned it out.
Uh-huh.
And then I put like a little press on it.
Okay.
Wow.
Call me in the morning and I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
All right, I love you, kid.
See it now?
Yeah, let me see it now. Hold on 1 second, guys.
No, you can't put it in this part. Can you see it?
Oh, it's a little red, but he can open it. He looks fine.
Well, what if it gets worse?
It ain't gonna get no worse than it is. Well, let me see it in the morning and I'll tell you if it looks any worse.
Okay.
He's probably just scratched and pawed himself in the eye.
I didn't notice it until just a few minutes ago.
Lolo does it every now and then.
What do you do when Lola does
I got some little drops and stuff I got for her eyes.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
little saline drops. Okay.
Should I get that for Cactus?
Let's see how it looks in the morning.
Cactus' eye is more important than your live stream.
Okay. Well, I'll check it out in the morning. Just call me when you get up.
Okay, you better be awake.
All right.
I'm gonna start crying if Cactus doesn't look right.
Okay. I love you, kid.
Love you too. Bye.
All right. Bye. Okay. The dog is fine. I just looked at it like, sometimes when a dog go like that and they paw themselves and they get themselves in the eye a little bit and it gets a little red. That's all it is. It's nothing bad. Where was I at? The government's lying to us and we're all going to die. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to die. Don't worry. Can you mute your combo? I can, but we don't talk about nothing you guys can't hear, Dolly, what's your dog's name? I have 2 dogs. We have Lolo and we have Wrangler. Tiffany's dog name is Cactus. Okay. Like the plant. I named him Pugsley, right? Because he's a pug, but she didn't like Pugsley. And it was her dog, but I kept him for a long time because she couldn't have him. I got the dog for her, but she couldn't have him at first. And then when she was able to take him, she changed his name from Pugsley to Cactus. Okay, Dolly, do you have a bunker? No, but maybe I should get one at this point. Okay, I never really thought about a bunker before, but hey, I'm thinking a bunker might not be a bad idea. Okay, I got a big yard, and maybe we need to start digging it up and planting some cinder blocks in the ground. Okay, just in case everything goes down, we can hide. Okay.
Pulsing, they would go dim and then they would go bright. You know, it was just kind of hovering there.
Rogers says that was the first time she's ever seen an unmanned aircraft.
That's the first thing that occurred to us, was that it was a drone sighting.
Well, the buzz around mysterious flying objects is gaining traction in Middle Tennessee as several people in Murfreesboro say they saw bright lights hovering in the night sky yesterday.
Drones in the sky. The FAA, DHS, FBI, and DOD have said that there is no national security threat, but they did confirm there have been some drones seen flying near or over military installations.
And some people.
One thing that scares me is all these really rich, powerful people, right, that know things that we don't know, are building bunkers. All right. When you start seeing really rich people building bunkers, it starts to scare me a little bit, because I start to think, well, why are they building bunkers? You know, it's just like if you've seen somebody run. Would you run? I do, right? When you stop, I'll ask you what we running for. But I'm just one of those people. If I see a crowd of people running, I'm running too. You know, I don't even have to know what you're running from. But if I start seeing a crowd of people building bunkers, I might want to build a bunker. So is anybody else like that? If you see a crowd of people running, you're going to run. So you start seeing like these billionaires, they're starting to build bunkers underground and bunkers in a mountain. Do they know something's coming? They also got satellite phones. Well, there you go. You know what I'm saying? So everything to me, there's little warning signs that, you know, happen before something bad happens. Like some people, it's like insider trading, you know, that maybe there's some people that know when doomsday really is coming and they're preparing for it. And they're just going to let us peasants, you know, perish.
South Florida have claimed to have seen them in their own backyards.
That is wild.
Gazing up at the night sky, now a focal point of conversation. Reports of drone sightings across the country are climbing, and some are voicing concerns.
Not a commercial airliner. It's hovering. It's sitting right there.
From Hernando Beach.
That is not a plane. That is so low.
To this sighting in St. Pete.
Definitely keep your eyes to the sky. And
I noticed this since this all has started. I have been looking up in the sky a lot more than I used to. Okay. And like I said, I seen a big drone tonight and it was near the airport. So my first instinct was, you know, I'm near the airport. It's probably just a helicopter. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. That ain't no helicopter. And then, you know, of course you know, is it a plane? You start to, you know, ask, you're starting to narrow down what it could be. And it flew across the interstate. And it was, like I said, it had to be at least half the size of my truck. And my truck is pretty big. Okay. I would say my truck is, I mean, I don't know how many foot long it is, but it's at least 6-7 foot wide. It would have to be half the length of my truck. I would say 6 foot by 6 foot flying through the sky. That's pretty damn big.
There's something interesting happening.
Diego Paul captured it on camera and now looking for answers. Alarming?
That is definitely alarming. The fact that they haven't been able to determine what it is.
It wasn't making any sound. So that seemed to
maybe it's time to be a prepper. Well, you know, she's one of these. Listen, so I'm more to like, you know, I done lived through Y2K, the Mayan calendar, every other doomsday prophecy that's ever been made, right? So I'm not so scared of the end of the world, right? I'm not one of those, I'm scared of the end of the world, because if we all going to go, we're all going to go together, right? So what's the big deal? If everybody goes and you stuck here by yourself, what good is that, right? You ain't going to have your loved ones. So why would you really want to be here anyway? And, you know, she's more of a doomsday prepper. She has the life straws, the bag with what are they, MRIs? Was that an X-ray? I can't remember, the damn army rations, you know what I'm saying? And I just kind of, you know, laugh about it, but I hate to be, you know, she be right about that. You know, one day we're going to have to bug the hell out and things go MREs. Okay, thank you. I was close. I was MR. What did I say? Eyes. That's like an X-ray, right? So, I mean, I hate to say she may be right, but you know, hey, shit, if she's right, at least we got the life straws, right? We ready to drink some mud puddle water, you know what I'm saying? Some damn mud puddle water. But, I mean, I don't know. Does anybody, you know, there's people out here that do plan for that, what they would do in the case of emergency. I really have no clue to what I would do. I'd probably die. I'd be the first one of those people that, you know, perish in whatever disaster happens.
A bit unusual to me.
Ray Eckstein was in New Tampa when he saw this flying in the sky.
We have people in authority that are telling us on the one hand that there's nothing to worry about.
Last man
and
on
the
earth.
other hand, that they don't know what they are.
It appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully.
Matthew Holt, who lives in Murfreesboro, says he walked outside.
So, you know, they want us to think we're crazy. A lot of these are, you know, manned aircrafts. You're not seeing what you think you're seeing. Like, I don't think people are that crazy, right? Better have dog food stored. Now, I mean, here's the thing about something like this. If you prep, right, only the strong survive. Somebody's going to come take your stuff unless you can defend it, right? I mean, that's basically it. So you could put all this food to the side, but if you're not storing things to protect that with, people are going to come take it, okay? Because as soon as they get hungry, they're going to go, well, this person has this and that, and then it's going to be like the movie The Walking Dead. Only the strong are going to survive. The strong people are going to come, they're going to crush the weak people. That's just the way it goes, you know. Human nature. People are going to come for what you've done because they were, you know, too dumb like me to prep for their own. So, you know, me, I'm going to join a militia that's going to come take your shit. You know, I mean, that's basically how it would work. You know, it's going to be like apocalyptic. It would be like, you know, the show The Walking Dead.
After work to see these bright lights in the air near Interstate 24, and he's not the only one curious to find out what these objects might be.
We need to know where is this coming from, who is behind this, what type of information are they trying to gather.
I reached out to retired FBI Assistant Director Frank Figluzzi about the federal response to these sightings. While he says drone sightings will become more common as drones become increasingly more popular, he says he's in favor of more regulation and intelligence sharing.
See, that was, you know, I thought this in the beginning of this whole drone thing. This was going to be a reason to take people's drones. You know, how they use all these different things to take weapons. I thought they were going to use things like this to be like, oh, well, you can't fly drones here. You can't fly drones here. You can't fly, you know, and then they put all these regulations on people that fly drones like me, right? Because I use them for searching for people. And then you're not going to be able to use them. You know, that I definitely don't want something like that to happen because I believe that, you know, in the right hands for the right reasons, drones are a good thing to have, especially for surveilling and scouting and things like looking for missing people. So it's a valuable piece of equipment. And if they make it where you can't fly in the city, you can't fly, you know, then it kind of takes away from it.
Even I am uncomfortable that once we've ruled out, say, a foreign threat, a national security threat, I still see a gap here. I see a gap in our government and the ability to take accountability, centralized one agency accountability, and the ability to track and trace the origin of a drone.
Mr. Figluzzi also says communication across federal, state, and local governments would also improve transparency.
Tipton
drone
wasn't available
zapper.
for an interview, but says in a statement, the activity happening in New Jersey and across the country is unsettling. While we've only had a few reports of drone activity in Oklahoma, we want to be ready in case the need arises.
We have the capability to shoot it down. We just won't, or we can't, right? And then somebody brought up a really good point. Well, so the White House position was, well, we don't want to endanger the public, right? If we shoot one of these down, it come down, it could hit somebody's house. And yet there's these incidents with the U.S. Coast Guard where you have up to 10 of these things literally stalking a U.S. Coast Guard cutter, and you're out in the middle of the ocean. Why can't you bring it down there, right?
I agree with that. Why are they not taking these things down over water? But the only reason they wouldn't is because these are U.S. drones. You know, they're not telling us this. They're not telling Congress this. They're not telling anybody this. But these are U.S. drones. So we're not going to shoot our own stuff down. That's why they told people don't mess with them. Don't shoot at them. They're not scrambling planes. They're not scrambling helicopters, right? Because they don't want you messing with them because they belong to the U.S. government. Allegedly, maybe, in my opinion.
It doesn't make sense. It's the explanation of, oh, by the way, these are all lawful, so don't shoot them down, but we don't know where they're coming from. We don't know who owns them. We don't know where they're going. We don't know what they can do. And they are oversensitive military installations.
Plus, if you start shooting at things and it's a low flying helicopter or a Cessna, and then you start shooting pilots of airplanes and you start getting plane crashes, you know, or shooting engines of airplanes, that's not a good thing, you know, definitely not a good thing. And plus, if you shoot at a plane or anything like that, they're going to consider that an act of terrorism. All right. Especially if you shooting at stuff that's flying near an airport, you know, you may be mistaken in what you think you see and it be something else. And you could cause the lives of a lot of people, and they're going to put you in prison for the next 100 years for doing something like this. So I'm sure the government don't want you shooting at something in the sky, especially at night. All it looks like is light, so you really can't tell what it is. And you know, there's a lot of different aircrafts that fly. You know, there's some that look like UFOs. There's the weather planes. I know some of y'all seen them where they had the big round satellites at the top of them. And if you look up, you know, at the right evening time, it looks like a flying disc. But really, if you look at it at the daytime, it's a airplane with a big ass, looks like a satellite on top of it.
I think is not only utter nonsense, I think it's a disservice to the American people.
So the FAA issuing a ban on drones over key areas of New York and New Jersey as the mystery over those sightings continues. Now, local officials, they want more answers from the federal government, and they want more information. Now, Pequannock Township Mayor Ryan Hurd is among those pushing for answers. He says the drones pose an invasion of privacy to local residents.
Do I buy it? Absolutely.
Now, here's the thing. Invasion of privacy. When you're in public, there is no expectations of privacy. Okay? It's just like our Constitution gives us the right to videotape each other. If you're outside and I see you, I can videotape you. A lot of people would be like, well, I didn't give you permission to videotape me. You don't have to have permission to videotape somebody. If you are outdoors in the public, people can film you. If they can see you, they can film you. It's not against the law. Okay, so if you're flying in the sky and you're out in public and people can see you, you're not violating anybody's rights. It's not spying. It's not any of those things. We only got 212 likes, 219. Okay, guys, y'all hit that like button for me as you come in. All right, I'm going to have aliens probe you. You don't need that. You don't want that type of smoke. Okay, I see Marvin the Martian in here. He will probe you quickly. All right, so y'all make sure y'all hit the like button as you come in. It helps us in the algorithm. Plus, if y'all don't like, if we don't see likes on the videos of the alien stuff and the different, you know, stuff like this, then we won't do them here, you know. So if y'all ain't digging the UFOs and the drones and the information that's coming out, then, you know, I can come up here and do true crime videos in the middle of the night and keep it running. You know what I'm saying? So if you're liking the UFO stuff, definitely hit the like button, because that's how I know if y'all are digging the content or not. If I don't see a lot of likes on it, I think, well, nobody wants to hear about UFOs, and I don't talk about it. Dolly, I looked up time travelers today. Time traveling, it's real. I think, it's just we don't know yet because, from far as time traveling goes, you wouldn't be able to come back but so far in time until time traveling was created. And some people believe it was created in World War II. Okay. Hitler created the Glocken, the bell that was able to travel through time. So if you're in the future and you're trying to travel back in time, you couldn't travel back before time traveling was created. You could only travel back to the point where time travel was created. That makes sense?
Absolutely not. See, here's the problem. We are now almost 2 weeks into this since I penned the letter 2 weeks ago Sunday, and we had 21 mayors that actually signed that letter. Up until now, there's been a lot of talk. There's been a lot of posturing, but there has been no action. We still have no idea what's going on. I do think we know. I think our administration currently is absolutely useless. That's the difference between the current administration.
I think right now, a lot of people don't have, what's the word I'm looking for? Too much faith in our government. Okay. I think if you just went out on the street and you asked 1,000 people, how many of you trust the government? I think a lot of people would say they don't. I think the majority of the people would say, I don't trust my government. And, you think, this is our government. We should be able to trust them. And especially under like they're saying, the administration we have right now, a lot of propaganda, a lot of lies. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it ever changes much, no matter who the president is. It's always something going on, right? But to me, it don't matter who the president is. I'm really not ever really going to 100% trust the government, because I know that over the history, they have lied to us about so many different things. And if somebody lies to you and they're liars, how can you believe anything they say moving forward? So I always have that little bit of, I don't trust the government in me.
And the administration that is coming in. 2 weeks ago, Trump said that the federal government knows exactly who this is and what they're doing. And that's fine. Why don't they tell us? If it's some kind of operation to remap something or whatever, that's fine. But now we're weeks into this. And the biggest issue is this: when we're not answering the American public's questions.
And we'll see what happens come mid-January. Ryan Hurd, I appreciate it, Mr. Mayor. Thank you very much. And hopefully we get some answers for you and others wondering what the heck's going on up there.
Yeah.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas to everyone.
I think a lot of people want to know what's happening in the skies. Like, do I need to be running from little green people? Are they humanoids? Are they, aliens like some people say? Are they already amongst us and they look like humans? What is it?
Everyone.
Merry Christmas to you.
All right. So I just wanted to touch in on that, them orbs and stuff that, basically that's what I wanted to go over a little bit tonight is, it's not only the drones, but it's these strange, crazy orbs that are in the sky. Okay. Now let me jump over to this. And this has a lot to do with, these down drones around the world. Okay. Now this one right here says drone crash in Paris, France. But you see what looks like some type of cube. Like, where's the propellers? Where's the stuff for the propellers? Did they break off? Or is this something that's faked? Because we live in a time now where people fake videos for clicks and views and shock value and everything like that. But there are some similar videos that I found that were close to this, of objects that were similar. You know, these don't look like professionals. They're twisting it and tilting it, but there is a lot of people looking at it. And here's another one. Let me click on this video.
And guess what company owns it? That's right, you guessed it, Amagi Incorporated, and the CEO is Sheng Hoon Woo, a very, very American name. And you'll never guess who their top
Yeah, that's all kind of
investor is.
American.
What? It can't be. There's no way that BlackRock's involved with this drone business. So like I told you for the last 30 days, it's nothing but a psyop. It's nothing but corruption. BlackRock needs taken down, as well as Joe.
Okay, so they believe it's some type of weird conspiracy. Which, here we go. Here's another footage of what looks like the same drone that crashed in the last place, but a little bit different, a little bit bigger. And this says, since November 2024, thousands of drones have been spotted across the U.S. flying in coordinated patterns near sensitive locations like airports. Justice for Crystal. Please share the Crystal, how do you say that last name? Jones story? Okay. Well, right now we're talking aliens, but I will check it out tomorrow when I get up. I'll make sure I give it a look. Thank you for your donation. And I'll see what's going on with it. And then, because I'm not familiar with the story. And then I'll let you know something tomorrow. Okay. Basically flying near locations like airports and critical infrastructures. Remember today, what I tell y'all before you even seen this, I said I was driving near the airport and I seen a large size drone, and that was right near the airport. So Helena just gifted 5 memberships. Hold on, my child is calling me one more time. I'm still live, Tiff.
I know, I'm sorry, but I'm about to go to sleep. When you get off live, can you look at the link I sent you and tell me if I should buy that for Cactus's Eye, just in case, or should I wait a little bit and not buy it for Cactus's Eye? Let me know when you get off live, though.
Okay. Love you, kid.
Don't forget, I'm calling you so you're held accountable.
All right. Peace.
Bye-bye.
All right. So, yes, I live by critical infrastructure and a lot of activity. Okay. Tiffany is here in the chat. All right. We thought it was psyops, but not freaking out and annoying them. My future grandkid is named Helena. And thank you, Helena, for gifting those 5 memberships. And if y'all got one of those memberships from her, make sure y'all give her a big virtual hug. That is awesome. Thank you so much. And you guys that have hit the like on the video, thank you. It helps us in the algorithm. And let's see what this is. Oh, well, that's a drone. Here's one crash, and apparently this looks like somebody made this, right? Unknown drone crash onto a car in New Jersey, USA. Crashes onto a car in New Jersey, leaving residents shocked and authorities puzzled. Was this an accident, advanced technology gone wrong, or something more sinister? I don't know. That looks. Why is the camera all glitchy? See, I don't trust anything that looks edited. That looks like a drone with some LEDs on it. That looks fake. Okay. That looks absolutely fake. I've seen this video for this dude flying this little flying saucer and it crashes. That's the kind of luck I got right there. All right. Y'all see that? And you got to remember, maybe, a lot of people in the beginning thought the stealth bomber was a UFO. And then later on it became not top secret anymore. And we realized that it was still just a stealth bomber. But, somebody spent a lot of time building this little UFO wannabe thing. Looked like something off the Jetsons, and bam, done. All right. There went your money. Okay. Here's some drones that some of them crash into the ground. Drone crashed into a crowd over Orlando, Florida on a Christmas show. So they fly these different drones up. Ooh, they falling out the sky like candy. But these are little drones with lights, you know what I'm saying? So they fly them up in the sky to make patterns. And, this goes into the swarm drone technology. And that's what Elon Musk was talking about. There's going to be a time where we see drone wars in the sky. And, you know, we've seen some of the Chinese drones where they're able to fly them in different patterns. And, you know, what we're seeing in like the Ukraine and Russia with these drones is they're using them as weapons. And we know that that can be done. They're equipped to, you know, some of them are small. They can't carry but a small amount of weight. But these bigger drones, they could actually carry some stuff that would be pretty bad. So in the future, wars are going to be fought with these Tesla robots and drones. You know, unmanned combat is the future of, you know, the military. Let's see. Oh, can you move it? It's blocking the screen. Yeah, of course. I can remove it. There we go. We've seen that. That's old. And this is one of these orbs that take down a drone. I seen this. Orb makes drone crash in Arizona on the 14th. So let's blow this up.
Whoa, is that moving quick? That could be a drone. I don't know what the hell that is.
You see it's an orb and then it's a drone blinking all day. And this is what people have been saying. Like some of the people are like, they're sending up drones to check out what the orbs are. And you see like an orange, what they, you know, people are calling plasma balls. You can always do a 4-hour block and break up the topics to keep the show interesting. Look, it fell right out the sky. Boom. And that's because it got close to that orb. Okay. Let me close that. Who filmed a video of his wife during the... Okay, we don't want to get into airplane crashes. I don't like to watch that. Media report crash. All right. We don't want to watch that. Let's see. Let's see what the topic is. Breaking. Helicopter and drone into a crash. There you go. There's multiple drone crashes reported worldwide on Christmas Eve. I mean, that would be crazy to see something like that flying through the sky. All right, let me blow this back up. Bam. Okay. Let me see if there's anything I want to show. We've seen that. Let me see what this is. That's in Russian, so I'm sure that's something used in combat. All right. All right. Well, that's all the videos I'm going to show tonight. But there's definitely something going on in our skies. And like I said, I don't believe our government is being 100% honest with us. So, you know, I believe there's a reason that we're seeing all these drones. And, you know, like I said, everybody's asking the government about the drones, but why ain't anybody asking about the orbs that are being reported all over the place? Now, the U.S., you know, like I said, we've had people on fighter jets reporting them, people seeing them in the sky. You keep hitting the cap with your pinky. So, Heather, whatever, you're cracking me up tonight. So, yeah, we try to, you know, we try to break it up a little bit, you know, and talk about something different tonight with the UFOs. So if you like this type of content, make sure you like the video. Okay. Let me know in the comment box down below that you're into the UFO stuff and what's going on in our skies. And we will continue to bring you some of this content. If not, then we'll know that, hey, y'all guys don't like this stuff, and we'll move on to something else. So listen, y'all be good, stay safe, keep your eyes on the sky. Them drones are up there, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Dolly loves you. Peace.